Hello everyone, this is Breanna Rutter, author of the book The Natural Hair Bible and founder of howtoblackhair.breannarutter. And for these special videos, I love to answer all of the questions you all send me via email. So if you have any questions that you would like for me to answer, be sure to check out the description box below for additional information. So I got an email from one of you and her name was Kat. Kat emailed me and told me that every time she gets her braids done, they hurt so bad and it's really expensive and she doesn't want to take them down and she's just always going through this vicious cycle. And she's finally coming to a point where she's like, what should I do? Should I take them down, or could you give me some suggestions as far as how to deal with really tight, hurtful braids? So she didn't say they were heavy. She didn't say that anything else other than just the fact that the braids hurt really bad. So Kat, I'm gonna give you some reasons as to why your braids hurt really bad. I'm gonna give you some resolutions as far as how to alleviate that and what you want to do next time. So first, the reason why your braids hurt really bad is because your braider either braided your hair extremely too tight to your standard of comfortableness, or you're really tender-headed. And see, the thing with being tender-headed is that a lot of people think that's a bad thing. And I would rather be tender-headed than not tender-headed. Me personally, I don't think I'm tender-headed at all. I can actually withstand a lot of pain, but I need that level of knowing if something is uncomfortable or not so I don't lose my hair. That's one big issue with hair, is things that lead to traction alopecia, to where hairstyles are so tight that your hairline starts to recede and you start to lose hair. So what I really want to get back to is that, one, you could be tender-headed, and that's a very good thing to know if braids are too tight. Or two, the stylist braids your hair too tight. And stylists, please pay attention to your clients, because they tell you exactly what they want. They tell you if it hurts, if it doesn't hurt, if it looks good and it doesn't look good, and you want to please them. You want them to continue coming back to you. So Kat, your braids are either too tight or you're tender-headed, and even if you're tender-headed, your braids are still too tight. And another thing is that people think the solution of spraying water on your scalp or on your braids or on your hair helps the pain, and it really doesn't. What water does is it swells your real hair, and it can swell the extension hair depending on if you're using synthetic hair or human hair. So if you're using human hair within your braids, it will swell your real hair and the human hair, since it's real hair. And what that does is it tightens the extension hair around your real hair even further, to where that leads to breakage in itself, and after the water dries out, it feels even more uncomfortable than what it was before you sprayed your braids. Now, if you have your hair braided with synthetic hair, water does not swell synthetic hair at all, because water cannot be absorbed into synthetic hair, only into human hair. So when your hair is braided and you spray water on your scalp for a little bit of relief, and you will feel a little bit of relief at first, but this leads ultimately to breakage at the point where your real hair and the synthetic hair meets because of this. So water does not work on alleviating the potential disaster that can happen. It does give you immediate relief to painful braids, but it will not help your situation better with your braids. And the last thing I want to tell you, that's going to be this piece of advice that I just really want you to run with, that you probably don't want to run with because your braids are so expensive and you've invested so much into it, is that you need to take them down. You have to take your braids down, because you're going to keep chasing this battle with paying for expensive braids and having them done too tight, and eventually you're going to start to lose hair in the areas where you just can't take it anymore. A lot of women usually recede their hair around their hairline area and also around the temples of their head. I've realized that this is the most delicate area because the hairs on the edges are a lot finer than the rest of your hair in most cases, and also it's the #1 place that has the least resistance to very tight extensions. So if you keep going back to this braider that keeps braiding your hair tight and keep paying that braider all of your money, you're going to start losing some hair, and you're going to always be unhappy with the way your braids feel. When I do my braids, they do not hurt. When other people usually do their braids, they don't hurt if you listen to how your scalp feels and you pay attention and you know what you can handle and not handle. So Kat, I hope that helped you and save a little bit of money by watching my tutorials and even purchasing my DVD on braiding your own hair, so you don't have to deal with that anymore. So as always, if you need more help or any more suggestions, or you need more details about the things that I've mentioned in this video, be sure to check out the description box below, because that's where I list everything for you all enjoyment and for your needs. So Kat, I hope that helped, and to everyone else watching, I hope this video has helped you as well. And as always, I will see you all in my next video.